Welcome to the exciting world of the movies.
Thank you for coming to Spawn. Sit back and relax. Enjoy the show.
We are back and we are here to watch Jumanji from 1995. The Goat rolling with Ladybird. How are you doing?
Okay, enjoying our long holiday weekend.
It won't be the holiday anymore.
Well, as of today.
As of today. Alright, so we're getting ready to watch Jumanji. This is coming from your movie collection, correct?
Yes, it's one of my few steelbooks that I have. I couldn't resist it. It looks like the steelbook looks like the Jumanji game, the box, so
It looks like shiny wood. Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
looking at it just now.
it was really cool, so I couldn't resist.
So we're going to go ahead and get this rolling. We have the movie paused at the 4-second mark. So on your DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, whatever you have, stream, I guess. I guess you could own this on a digital something. We're at the 4-second mark, which is the beginning of the movie logos. It goes from completely black to then starts fading up with the, I believe it's going to be the Columbia logo. So we have it at the 4-second mark. I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, go if you want to play along at home. When I say go, hit play on your remote. So here's the countdown. 1, 2, 3, go. Alright, and the movie is rolling. Looking at the counter here, I always remember this as being like a long, epic movie, but it's really not. It's under 2 hours. They packed a lot of action and adventure in that 2 hours, huh?
They did. It's funny when I see these opening logos now for these movie studios, like, I think they look so pretty compared to the ones they have now that are all digital and
Yeah.
trying to be artsy, but they really don't look artsy.
Yeah, I was wrong. It actually wasn't the Columbia. It's a Sony disc, but it actually...
TriStar.
Yeah, TriStar, yeah. So it's the one that has the horse and all that. So the movie starts out 1869 with some boys who find the board game for the first time. So, yeah. And what's funny is the kid on the right kind of looks like a young Robin Williams, I think.
I think it kind of looks like Prince Harry.
Prince Harry, okay. But yeah, they actually have the board game in a box here, and they're actually burying it, the Jumanji board game, to get rid of it. So I guess they were playing it, and they realized it was too dangerous.
I believe we can't see we didn't choose for the deaf captions, but I believe the game is kind of doing that pounding noise.
Is it?
Because
Yeah.
when they get close to it and it's calling to you, it starts doing that music.
Yeah, it's like a drum pounding.
Yeah.
That actually looks like the Shermanator, but I don't think it is. They bury it and they ride off. 1 mile to Brantford. Ominous pile. So it starts out kind of spooky for a children's film, which I don't think that you can do spooky stuff in kids' movies anymore. Parents will complain.
That's too scary.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this movie's so epic. It's ranging decades. First we start out, 1869?
Yeah.
Then we jump 100 years to 1969.
Yep.
Now this is where Robin Williams' character is going to be a kid. I thought they got he doesn't look exactly like Robin Williams' kid, but I think he had, like, the good mannerisms of him down.
Yeah.
Not that this matters at all.
I think that statue looks like Robin Williams. Oh, I think it was... Well, I guess we'll see later. The family ties to the town and all that.
General Angus Parrish. Of course, you can't do a flashback type scene in a movie without having some bullies. And of course, nobody likes bullies, but especially now, this would just, people, 5 minutes in the movie, people have to be pulling their kids out of the theater crying because there's a scene of bullying, because no bullies allowed, even though people do nothing but bully each other online.
Well, and in real life, apparently.
Yeah.
That's why we have so many tragedies nowadays.
So here we go. But I was going to say before, not that this matters to anybody at home, but this is actually the first show we did watching a movie in 4K.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is... Well, I guess self-purchase. This is my first 4K purchase.
Yeah. And this was the first 4K movie you watch all the way through, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is actually the second 4K movie I ever watched all the way through. And this being an older movie shot on film, you can see the film grain a lot better. I actually think the 4Ks look better based on old movies that were shot on film, because like some of the newer ones, like Fantastic Four and stuff that I watched on 4K was shot digital. It didn't look as good as this did.
I thought this was so cool. I had totally forgotten that David Allen Greer was in this movie till he came out on the screen. And then it's so cool how he made like the shoe idea that he has.
Yeah, he actually has a pair of Charles Barkley shoes that he made in 1969. Because Robin Williams' dad owns a shoe factory. Robin Williams is friends with David Allen Greer, who works in the shoe factory, and he's like creating like all kinds of futuristic shoe apparel that people just weren't ready for in 1969.
Yeah, so that was an important thing. He just set the shoe down on the conveyor belt there, and
it's going to get chewed up.
he's looking out at the bullies and not paying attention to where the shoe is.
Meanwhile, like the movie Forrest Gump is playing outside of the factory here as the bullies tear apart the kid's bike.
And the dad is kind of a rigid father.
It's funny because this guy plays the dad. He's been in a lot of stuff, and like I never noticed him until we saw him in the movie, or not the movie, but the TV show The Strain. Now he's like in everything. Every time I turn on cable, Jumanji, Richie Rich, this guy's in like every movie.
Yeah.
To the point that he plays multiple roles in this movie.
Oh no, the shoe got all chewed up.
Yeah, the futuristic Charles Barkley shoe got chewed up. And then young Ron Williams just slinks out. He totally doesn't take responsibility for it.
I think that guy is also in Titanic. That's where I originally
Oh, is he?
from. Yeah.
Doesn't he play like a father or something?
No, I think he's one of the investors, maybe, or one of the guys that owns the company that builds
the Titanic.
Yeah.
So there's the 1 mile to Brantford sign. So we actually know that we are close to the area where Jumanji was buried. And yeah, you're right. Robin Williams' character's last name is Parrish, and that's the name in the statue. So that's why it did look like him.
Yeah.
I didn't even notice the face on the statue. It flashed by so quick. So man, he's all busted up. Busted eye, busted lip.
I think at this point he's hearing that noise or something, because he's drawn to the
construction site.
area.
It'd actually be kind of cool if there was no noise and he just wandered in there. But yeah, he keeps hearing it. But I think really the idea is all these guys are like working around it. Like they're excavating the site, I guess building another factory. And like they don't hear it at all.
Yeah.
So I guess it's something that really just calls the kids.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they were building a new factory there.
Like an addition, yeah.
Because you could tell that the other one they were in was pretty old.
Yeah, he hears it here. And it's like it's already dug out, but it's just like the roots of a tree kind of, and mud he has to pull away to get to the box.
See, like, these are the kinds of things I like from kids' movies back in the day. Like, you would never see a kid, like, getting all dirty and stuff like this for an adventure movie anymore, you know?
Yeah, like, there's just so many, like, basic screenwriting things that happen in old movies to drive the plot along, where it's like, they've gotten so lazy now, it's like, they just justify just moving along, like, nothing like, they would never take the time to show him breaking this box and getting inside. Like, it would just literally, like, he'd just be walking home one day and he'd be sitting on his lawn or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, brushing away, getting the Jumanji.
Here we go, the big reveal.
Oh,
Ooh.
Oregon.
Wow.
I wonder if anybody ever made, like, a wooden collectible box like that.
I would think so.
It's got to be somebody, right?
It would seem like a good idea.
Yeah, probably some $4,000 collectible somewhere.
Well, maybe not like legit real deal, but they had to have sold some sort of game version, board game version of this.
Jumanji, yeah. I can't remember Jumanji, but I know they made Zathura, which was like kind of a ripoff.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, and I remember, because I worked at a toy store at the time, they did make this Zathura board game. Never seen that movie though, but they kept saying it was like a sequel to Jumanji, but I guess I don't know.
Yeah, I kind of vaguely remember that. That's funny. I totally forgot about that.
It was like about outer space or something.
Yeah,
though.
I think it was one of the movies that was kind of a big deal when I was working at the movie theater.
Yeah,
all the like cups and stuff.
Like mid 2000. It didn't take off.
I think.
Yeah, that big. I know John Favreau made it. Yeah, he's got to hide the Jumanji.
So now the game has started because the game pieces.
Yeah, game pieces.
Got stuck.
And his mom confronting him about his bully, busted up face. Taking a look at the mansion, it's all spiffy and maybe not new. Because it's not new, it's old, but it's well kept. And then later we'll see it in the movie all screwed up and full of cobwebs and shit.
Way more than cobwebs.
Yeah. Here we see the mom and dad, the rich socialites, getting out. Like,
I think they're honoring the dad or something.
Yeah, going to a big event. He's all dressed up. And, like, you kind of get the idea that he's, like, not close to the father because the father's always shooing him away, being too busy or whatever.
Yeah. And he's trying to tell him he's proud of him, but he doesn't do it in the way that the son needs it.
Yeah.
He's going to send him away to a boys' school now.
Yeah. You did a great job getting bullied, so now we're going to send you to a school for boys, which... by no doubt will be filled with hundreds of bullies that you can stand up to and get even tougher.
But he's selling it to him like as if it's a family tradition. So
right, yeah.
I guess to them it is a good thing.
There's even a hall named after their family.
They're so rich, they have a hall there.
Yeah.
He's telling him it's going to be worse there.
Yeah. He's already getting beat up for being a parish. That's the name of their family. Wait till there's a hall named after him. Here he tells him, I don't even want to be a part of his family. I don't want to have this name. It's already, I don't think this is, allowed in, studio films. I don't think you can have anything, this rebellious or subversive anymore.
Well, the thing is that, he's just kind of, expressing his feelings, and being honest because he's so frustrated. Whereas now, in a situation like this, the kid would just be, a bratty jerk and not be expressing how he's really feeling at all.
Yeah.
So I like that, we see the conflict between them two.
Now he's packing to run away. I think this is, another fantasy that... every kid had as a kid, when you're 8 or 9 years old or something, that you could run away and go, be on your own and be your own boss and all that kind of shit. Oh.
Here comes his girl crush.
Yeah. Not his girlfriend, but his friend who's a girl. Yeah.
She seems to be so much bigger than him.
Yeah, she's a foot taller. So instead of running away, she hears the drums too. So the game is literally calling. This is kind of like a Pied Piper situation with this supernatural game.
Well, because there's the two pieces down too.
Yeah, but he was actually going to take the game with him, and I kind of don't get why. It's just you just found it that day. It's not like he knew it was anything special yet.
No, but it's something cool.
Yeah.
He's not just going to leave it.
A game for those who seek to find a way to leave their world behind. So that's definitely him. And now he's got a girl to hang out with him, so he doesn't have to run away from home.
No, she's too old for that. Uh-oh.
Yep.
There she goes. She started the game.
And the game pieces move by themselves. The dice, like, you kind of have to throw them, but once you do, they, like, stick to the board in a really weird way. Like, I'm sure this was probably all, like, a lot of magnetic stuff they were doing, but the special effect was really cool.
Oh, man.
So basically the way Jumanji works is you roll the dice. There's like this magical little center portal in the middle of the game board that will tell you something in text. Like kind of like almost in a riddle way. And then like basically like the shit shows up that it's like alluding to. Like in this case, I think it's bats.
There he goes again.
Yep.
This is, I don't know, like, this is scary to me. Like, not scary, like, oh, super scary, but just, it's thrilling because it's like, what's going to happen now? You know, it just keeps you in suspense.
And they're shooting it real, like, neurotic and stuff. Like, with the close-up camera angles.
There he goes. Oh, so this is...
Yeah, this is where he starts getting sucked into the game board. So here he goes. It's pretty good digital effect, too, of him getting all stretched out and morphing and going in the game board. You definitely couldn't show that to kids now.
So the girl is getting all scared. He's trying to tell her to roll the dice.
Yeah.
Oh, there's her bats.
The bats came out chasing her away.
Ugh, so gross.
Yeah. These are, for this being a 1995 film, these, oh, there you go. Prosthetic bat animatronic.
But it was moving.
Yeah, it was good. Well, most of these are CGI, but they look really good.
Yeah.
Even in 4K, these effects hold up. Like, that's one thing about this movie from the previews. Like, it just looked like it was just a CGI smorgasbord, which it kind of was at the time, but looking back on it, there's some effects that hold up real well and some don't, but the majority of them are pretty good, I think.
So now we're 26 years later, is that what it said?
Yeah, so now we're in the present day, or at least the present day of, you know, when this movie was released. Yeah. So now we see the mansion all dusty and filled with, you know, cobwebs and shit. And, you know, like, the furniture's still there, but it's all covered up, you know. And they always show, like old dilapidated mansions, like when they open the door in movies, like a little bunch of leaves blow in. There's always a bunch of leaves on the floor. I wonder if that's realistic in terms of the leaves always blowing in.
Unless they're gathered into the doorway.
Yeah. So here we have is the people moving in. I guess it's a fatherless family. You have B.B. Newworth, who was on Cheers and Frasier, I guess. And then you have some little boy who, I'm not sure who this little boy is. I haven't seen him in any movies. But then the girl, the daughter, is Kirsten Dunst. And I guess she was already famous because this was after her interview with a vampire. But this is kind of like, she had like a mini run, I would say, from the mid-90s to the late 90s, early 2000s of having pretty big roles in, you know, big budget movies and whatever.
So she's telling this story that they always tell to be dramatic.
Yeah, the kids.
Telling the story of how their parents supposedly died.
Yeah. Because I guess it isn't the mom that's taking care of them, it's the aunt or whatever.
Yeah.
That's right.
She's being so over dramatic about it.
Fake crying.
She's trying to explain why her little brother doesn't talk anymore.
Yeah.
I think she's a lot older than Interview with a Vampire.
Yeah. Well, that was probably like 92, 93. That's like
Yeah.
95, but...
No, she seems like taller and
Yeah.
older.
But I think she was in an Interview with a Vampire. She was like at the age right before people really start to grow. Because most people usually start really growing like around 12. See all the leaves in this room that this kid's in? It's like nothing but leaves. I guess maybe they could come down the fireplace. I don't know. Get all the Teddy Roosevelt type statues in here. And then, like some of the doors they can't even get into in this house. Like, For 3 people, especially with 2 of the people being little kids, like they moved into a great big mansion.
Well, it seemed like she was talking to her about turning into a bed and breakfast or something, the real estate agent.
Yeah. Now, would you, if you were a kid, would you be scared about moving into like a giant man? Like, I don't even think like the place itself is creepy. I think maybe it's more creepy that it just seems like all these people left their belongings there, huh?
Yeah. I don't know. I guess it would depend on the reputation of the place, because it's like, if you go into it and hearing stories about it being haunted and all that, then yeah, it's scary. But if you just, if you never really hear anything about it, it's just a big house, I think I'd be okay with it.
Yeah. It might be fun to, like, you could actually the house is so big you could, like, play and run around inside of it.
There's so much to explore.
Yeah.
I can't remember what they were hearing in there.
Yeah. It was just the kid heard the bat. There's a bat up in the... That's why they call it Exterminator.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Was it a regular bat or is it a Jumanji bat? You never know.
It's probably a Jumanji bat.
Yeah, and the...
Oh, there you go, see?
Yeah. It's supposed to take place in New England, but they're talking about a kid in the 60s claimed they saw a African bats, which that would have been the girl.
Yeah.
Who got chased away by all the bats. Oh, there's like a lot of movies from that time period.
Oh,
like,
see, here we go with the scary stories.
Yeah. Leave it to local, pest whatever guy. He's like 55 years old telling scary stories to these 10-year-old kids.
Yeah.
Claiming that the father chopped up Robin Williams when he was a little boy. All that shit. But, yeah, there's a lot of movies from this time period like this and Mouse Hunt and stuff. Like, they just, like, they kind of have the same kind of, like, familiar feel to me. I don't know. Like,
with, like, the house, or?
Well, with the house and the setting, and then, like, always with the animals, adventures,
Like Casper?
Yeah, Casper.
It was in that big creepy house.
Yeah, like, there's just, I don't know, it's like, even stuff like a little bit before this, like Hocus Pocus and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well, they really fixed that house up.
Yeah, it's now it's kind of looking like it did when
it's like livable.
like how it did in 1969.
Yeah, they did. But that was the thing, where all the kids' movies back then, it was like they give you a feeling of some sort.
Yeah.
Of like the times or the environment.
Yeah, like they don't spend a ton of time doing it in this one because they have to, there's like a lot of different time periods they got to jump around in, but they give you a pretty good feel of like, what the town is like. I feel like a lot of those movies like we're talking about, they're always set in a very specific town, and they're always very, they always kind of bring up the local legends and stuff like that. So. Like, if you really wanted to, you could play this, like, way differently and turn it into a haunted house, like, horror movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the little boy is missing his parents.
Yeah. That's another thing. Already, this is, much darker.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, like, they weren't afraid to do that back then.
So we see that he actually does talk to the sister.
Yeah. He's not really a mute. He just chooses to only talk to the sister.
Yeah. Because I don't think he really talks to the aunt either.
No. It's pretty quiet whenever anybody else is around.
He has such a cute face.
Yeah. He looks familiar. I just don't know of any other movies I've seen him in.
I don't think he ever came out of anything else.
Yeah. I remember looking it up when we first watched this. I can't remember now.
They're hearing noises.
Yeah.
I think they've heard the music playing from the game. That's what they're hearing.
Yeah.
See, they're hearing it. She doesn't.
Yeah, adults don't hear the call of Jumanji at all.
I'm wondering if it has to do with the number of game pieces that are on the board.
I don't know. I think in general though, it's just 'cause there's no game pieces on the board when them kids buried it before and nobody
Yeah.
heard it.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's just one of those things like you kind of have to have imagination,
Yeah.
like to believe it in enough to make it to come to life. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That was another big thing in movies back then. Was like there were always like the plot lines or special forces going on that only kids could recognize, but parents could. You know, in some movies they always be like, because parents' imaginations are dead.
Yeah.
And blah.
Once you become an adult, you're dead inside.
Yeah, you're dead. Yeah, like I remember when I was a kid being like, man, it's gonna suck when I turn 18, gonna be dead inside, have no fun anymore.
Little did we know eventually even kids were going to be like that.
Yeah, I think kids are more dead inside now than adults are. Because, I mean, if you're like 10 or 12 years old now, like you pretty much grew up in a fucked world. Like
Yeah.
you didn't, you know.
And now the adults are all like nostalgic for the stuff that they used to have when they were younger, so they can manage to still be all imaginative and creative now.
Yeah, I know. So, yep, they finally found it in the attic and with the other board games.
I liked how when they were downstairs, the little boy was pretending not to hear it, and she was like, "You do hear it." He's like, "Hear what?" And then he's like, "Oh!" He like turned around.
Yeah.
Because they heard it louder.
Yeah.
So the game thinks the other two people are still playing. So they're adding the other pieces now.
Yeah. So now there will be 4
Yep.
people playing.
Now there's 4.
The young Robert Williams.
Instead of magnets, they say microchips.
Yeah. Oh, another movie that was like of this time period that was like the same thing. Like with the town, the kids that could only were the only ones that would believe. Actually, I think Kirsten Dunst is in that too. Is you ever see Small Soldiers?
No, I never saw it.
Yeah, that's another movie from that time period. Kind of reminds me of this whole kids adventure thing.
Here comes some giant bugs.
Yeah, some giant
Mosquitoes.
mosquitoes, pretty much. Yeah,
Ugh. Oh my gosh.
nasty.
When we watched this movie the first time, like, I was just I'm actually, even this time, getting the heebie-jeebies, like, oh, that's so gross.
Because the stuff they like really make it like gross or scary, and you know everything's either furry or has like nasty wings.
Makes you squeamish.
Yeah, so she knocked one out through a window in the attic, and they flew out. So like, that's the thing about Jumanji. It's not just gonna like the shit that you let out of the game. It's not just gonna like be in your house. It can get out to the outside world and wreak havoc.
And now they are free into the world.
Yeah. And now
here we go.
they're rolling already. Here comes the monkeys. The monkeys are kind of like the famous thing, I think, from
Yeah.
Jumanji, the movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we just should come. Yeah, see, here's the monkey. And this is very much like Gremlins. I think the monkeys, even at the time, they were like the worst CGI effect.
Oh my God.
They're still the worst, but they're fun to watch.
Yeah. They look pretty cartoony, but I don't know. I think it's funny still.
But they make up
Look
for
at how
how
gross
funny they are, yeah.
It's really just their faces that look so weird.
Yeah.
That's what makes it weird, like creepy, though.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, they're very demonic.
They're like killer monkeys.
Yeah, they're throwing knives at the kids now. You can make a whole movie about the Jumanji monkeys.
Yeah, really. I bet those monkeys came from the game, you'd think.
And the mosquitoes, too. It's like, where do you think they're coming from, kid? And then they're starting to figure out the rules of the game.
Adventures beware.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, the monkeys are free.
Yeah, monkeys are free.
Jeez, they're so red looking.
Yeah, no, that's kind of a bad shot of them.
Only when the players reach Jumanji. Ugh. The monkeys are gone. Good. But they went out into the town.
Yeah, just unleashed dozens of monkeys.
She thinks that only them two are going to be able to finish it.
Yeah. would be hard, like, if you were in that position to know whether to just quit or to, you know, keep going.
Yeah. I think to get Alan out of the game, they said to roll a 5 or 8, right? So he rolled a 5. Here's the line. This is my favorite part of the movie.
Yeah, the line was great because...
Well, one of my favorites.
He's mostly animatronic.
He looks awesome.
Yeah, like here he comes, the big animatronic.
Oh my god, he looks so scary.
Lion, yeah. And his like face is so...
so cool.
Expressive, yeah.
Yes. It's not real. Oh, man. Weren't those mosquitoes real that broke the window?
Yeah, I know. They're real.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like when he runs around the house, they go to a CGI, but the close up...
That is so cool, man.
I think the close up one is actually scarier.
Yeah.
Just the faces it makes.
I think the CGI one looks pretty good too.
It does. Especially for the time period of this.
Yeah.
And here comes Rob Williams out of the game. He's now fully grown. He's like a Tarzan jungle man now.
Because he rolled a 5.
Yeah.
And he knows how to handle all this stuff since he's been living in there for, whatever, 26 years or
Yeah, he's been living
in
in Jumanji for 26 years.
So he knows how to handle all this crazy stuff that's happening.
So basically, I would say roughly Rob Williams is supposed to be, you know, his modern day character is supposed to be about 40 years old.
Yeah.
Because he was probably about 12 when he went in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Robin Williams.
Yeah. Yeah, we gotta talk about the late, great Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, I remember, like, you know, because by the time this movie came out, like, 1995, like, Robin Williams already had so many classic movies that, like, I always thought of this as, like, one of his newer, kind of lesser movies just because it was a newer one.
Yeah.
But then, like, he went on to make so much more stuff, and, like, I would definitely, you know, now looking back, I would definitely put this in a, you know, one of his classic ones.
Oh, yeah.
Especially if you're talking about the family. Like, if you're just narrowing it down to his family-friendly movies, I think this is definitely in the top 3.
Yeah, definitely. So he's seeing his room. It hasn't been changed at all.
Yeah.
They put his bike in there. It's so... I mean, like... What happened that they just left the whole house like that?
Yeah, like, they kind of explained that later on from what I remember. But,
I guess, yeah, she explains it, I guess, right? Because how would he know?
Well, no, but I mean, we'll get to it when we get to it, but when he meets David Alan Grier and, and all that.
That's right.
Yeah. It all gets explained because, you know, he always thought his dad was a cock, and later he kind of finds out that his dad did care about him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so this is just a great, you know, scene of, somebody roll a 5 or an 8. That's what let him out of the game. But,
I like how his glasses still work.
I know.
He's all happy and they're scared.
And it's great, too, because it's, you know... his character in this movie is still so childlike, because I get the impression that, you know, he'll find out in a second how long he's been gone, but it's like, I'm sure the time felt different in Jumanji than it would in the real world.
Yeah, he thinks everything's still back the same.
Yeah, he's looking for his mom and dad. Like, he doesn't realize that he's not a little kid anymore.
That was pretty cool, that shot.
Yeah.
Went all the way around the house. Are you my little sister?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's asking the kids where his mom and dad are. And they know who he is from that exterminator telling the story, but...
He's so sad. Look at his face. Ah.
Yeah. Just another layer of, you know... Because, I mean, there's definitely a huge chunk of this movie, a huge aspect of it that's just all about thrills and adventure and, you know...
Yeah.
Madcap comedy. But like I said, I think there's a lot of, you know, appropriate kind of darkness and heart to it that actually makes it a real movie.
Oh, hey, he's gonna see him.
Yeah, David Allen Greer is now a town policeman.
So now the cops are getting word of all the crazy animals going around.
Yeah, he's actually looking for the monkeys. And runs into Rob Williams here.
I like his little Ninja Turtle backpack.
Yeah, I know. It's even got spikes on it.
Oh, here he is gonna find out.
Yeah, he still hasn't seen himself yet.
Yeah. For some reason, he doesn't recognize him.
Yeah, well, I just think because
He doesn't recognize the cop. There, now he's gonna...
Now he does. He recognizes his name, yeah. His name badge. Because he does look a lot different. He's older. It's different.
Oh, man. Oh,
Well,
here's the monkeys.
Here's the monkeys.
Does he always dress like that? Oh, the
monkeys immediately steal the police car.
Oh. They're hiding.
Yeah. Yeah, he thinks Rob Williams is crazy. David Allen Greer is another guy who's
oh my god.
even because the monkeys shoot off the shotgun inside the police car, now they steal the cop car.
This is too funny, man. Like I
know.
I love this. It's just so fun.
David Allen Greer is always great, though. He's so like over the top expressive with his facial expressions.
Yeah. He doesn't really do anything now, does he?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like I see him pop up here and there as like a commentator or something, but yeah, I guess he just does stand-up comedy again.
Well, this town has really gone under.
Yeah, and I think a lot of it had to do with the, there's a porno shop. I think a lot of it had to do with the, and this is a lot like Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Like how Back to the Future 2, Marty comes back and like everything's all screwed up in the town.
Yeah.
A lot of this has to do with the shoe factory closing.
It's cool how they made everything look so dated.
Yeah.
I wonder, well, I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, but I wonder how they did all the, like, sets, like, if it was neat before and then they trashed it, or if they trashed it and that if it was already trashed and then they just cleaned it up.
Because especially the factory, I mean, and I guess they could have cheated it or, like, they shot the inside somewhere else, but
Yeah.
the factory in particular, because the house they cleaned back up and it kind of looked new again.
Yeah.
But the factory definitely went from looking like brand new working factory to it's just all covered in shit. And I think they find a homeless guy living here now.
So crazy, though, because you could tell, like, what was there before.
Yeah.
From the scenes that we saw.
I know, like, it looks the same.
Yeah.
Just trash now.
Looks sad. I don't know, like, I totally, like, even now watching this older, like, I just totally felt him on these parts, because it's like, every time I go back home, like, I feel like that, except it's reverse. It's not, everything's not trash. Now it's just, there's something different, or there's new stuff built, or, like, it's not what you remember as your home, you know?
Yeah, this movie definitely had the, you know, the old timeless classic theme of you can never go home again.
Yeah, like that was, I don't know. I totally understand that feeling.
Yeah, and I mean, that's obviously a theme and something that,
Well, here, he's gonna find out from the homeless guy.
yeah, he finds out from the homeless guy that, you know, when his father's son disappeared, you know, he threw everything away, you know.
He was trying to find him and he lost everything doing it, basically.
Yeah, basically everything fell apart because he spent all his time trying to find his son. Which, like, the tragedy of that is that if he would have known about the game, he probably could have saved him, you know?
Yeah.
Or brought him out of the game.
No. So they've passed away.
Yeah. They're buried at the cemetery.
91. So they just died a few years before.
Yeah, 4 years before this movie took place. Which, in a weird way, it's kind of like that movie House, where there's like an alternate dimension and the dad has to go in to save the son out of it. It's kind of like Jumanji-esque.
The girl was gonna start telling her fake story again.
Yeah.
And the little brother's like, come on.
Yeah,
That's not the time.
tell this guy the truth.
Yeah.
You don't have to lie to him.
Poor guy. But yeah, how we were saying is that feeling of just not knowing, not seeing what was there before.
Yeah. I think what's sad now is like as more real life places kind of go the way of the dinosaur. Like I think that will be even worse for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we all have that store or that restaurant or that movie theater we went to as a kid that's there, not there anymore. But who knows? Within 20, 30 years, as the internet commerce takes over everything, there won't be places to even make memories anymore.
All the buildings will be turned into like, and I can't remember what movie it was, but where you basically go and do virtual reality and sit in a chair or just stand there and like do virtual. That's what everything's gonna turn into now, just like buildings of that for you to pay to go in there and do that.
Well, if anything, the shopping mall will just become a giant Amazon warehouse that you go pick your shit up at.
That too. I can't remember what movie it was. I have it so vividly in my head. A guy like sitting in a chair, like a big fat guy or whatever.
Yeah.
Can't remember what movie it was.
Sounds like Gamer.
It might be.
Yeah, so there's like car crash, ambulance, and this lady inside got hurt. I think she got stung. Like they set up here, like that the mosquitoes, if they sting you, you actually get paralyzed.
Yeah.
So the mosquitoes, like they're in a convertible car, they're hiding in, and the mosquito is like poking through the drop top.
The mosquitoes are brutal.
Yeah, now they're getting through the glass. And of course, they're basically all three kids in the car. None of them know how to drive. So Robin Williams is going to try to drive for like the very first time.
She's like, forget this.
Yeah. Again, just more kind of layers to the story that make it, even more adventurous and fun.
It is cool that it does seem like three kids. Like, because he's basically a kid. Like, he doesn't know how to do anything. Oh, no.
Yeah, they accidentally open up the drop top. Trying to, dang. Hey.
Tokyo Drift over
here.
I
know. Robin Williams, Tokyo Drift. He's hitting mailboxes, everything.
Oh, but that part where the ambulance hit the car, like, it's like that was an indication, like, things are getting dangerous in the town,
Yeah, because all the shit is running amok.
Yeah.
Here he's gonna finally get out of his hobo and Tarzan clothes and whatnot.
Oi.
Yeah. He wants to get away from Jumanji.
So she wants to keep playing.
Yeah, try to finish it because so much stuff has gotten loose.
Wow.
So I remember going to... Yeah, he's so happy to see a toilet again. No more banana leaves to wipe his ass with.
You remember what?
Yeah, I remember this came out when, I guess this came out around the time I was either technically adult or about to become an adult, but I was an older teenager, about 17, 18 when this came out.
Yeah.
So you would have been probably 12 or 13 when this came out. Did you, see this right away when you was a kid?
I think so, because it's a pretty big part of my childhood. Like, I really remember it.
Yeah.
Being, like, a big deal. Because it was just, I had always been drawn to, like, that idea of, like, because, when we were little, board games were actually a thing that we actually really did.
Yeah.
So, like, that idea of, like, playing a board game and having the stuff, like, the little boxes that you land on come to life and be real, like, that was always attractive to me, because I was like, wow, because they kind of reminded me a little bit of, like, those choose your own adventure books,
Mm-hmm.
where, like, in my mind, when I would read those, like, it was fun that things kind of came to life the way I wanted to do. I wanted, the choices that they offered you and stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, to me, like, this was, like, super cool, because it was, like, just seeing all the stuff come to life. Like, it just was I don't know. I thought it was awesome.
No, yeah, like I definitely liked the movie when it came out, but it was just one of those things. You know, it was even before the era of DVD or anything. I mean, obviously there was like Blockbuster and VHS, but like it was just the era of like you would kind of see a movie once or twice and forget about it.
Yeah.
So like for a lot of years, I just didn't really think about this movie, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until like the last few years, I guess people started becoming nostalgic for it. Like I started hearing about it again, and then especially when like it came out on Blu-ray, and then it came out on 4K, and then. But yeah, when we watched it, like, this movie, it really was a pleasant surprise. Because I remember it just kind of being as like a goofy kids movie with all the chasing around and stuff. But there's actually a lot more story and depth and layer, you know. And it just, like, I just find that a lot with older movies from, like, the 90s and early 2000s. Like, movies that I thought were okay. Like, you watch them 10, 15 years later, they end up being, like, way better than you remember, you know?
Yeah, but I think it's stuff like this, you know. It's not just a kid, like, you know, one of the Disney or Nickelodeon kids movies. Like, stuff like gets real sometimes, you know. It's like he's trying to tell him, you know, like, I was living in the freaking jungle, like, seriously afraid for my life, you know, like, and it's like, and just like I was saying, that scene where the ambulance crashed into the car, it's like it gets serious sometimes to where it's like, yeah, it's all fun and games to imagine like a game, like, you know, coming to life, but like think of the consequences, you know. Like it could really actually hurt people, and like people do get hurt, and like, you know, serious stuff does happen, and it's scary.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of, you know, more with the storyline too, with this kind of being aimed at kids and so many themes of losing your parents and things changing is, I think, kind of the ultimate, you know, moral of the story is that, you know, as you grow up, things become serious, and like the choices you make, you know, like they have like consequences to them.
Yeah. So here they're finding out that he's still part of the game here because the kids are trying to go and nothing's happening. Yeah,
it won't let you skip past other people's turns. Yeah. And now they're stuck because the fourth player is not here. Which would have been, you know, the little girl that was playing with Robin Williams when he was young. And you physically cannot move the Jumanji game pieces.
Okay. They didn't show it like they did the other one, but she was... Like, you think they flashed it. I don't even think she finished reading it, but it basically said you need to... Don't start the game unless you intend to finish it, so... That's basically why all those pieces are stuck.
So basically you never really can quit Jumanji.
I always liked how he said her last name. He does like a funny thing with his mouth.
Yeah, there's a guy, and I'm blanking on his name now, but there's a guy who looks a lot like Robin Williams and does Robin Williams impersonations on, and he did like a video where it's like not every, but, you know, a lot of the Robin Williams, like, you know, and it was funny, like when he did the Jumanji, he did the... He's like, and her name was Sarah Whittle. Really funny.
That house was awesome. Like, the way it had all the pebbles, like, making up the columns and stuff. That is cool, man.
And, like, granted, it's obvious they pick unique places to put in movies, or at least they used to back then, but, like, that's the thing is, like, when you get older and, like, you're looking for a house, like, you want to look for something that has character, like, a defining characteristic about that. Like, that's why now when, like, we look at all these movies that are bland as shit, like, all these houses, I mean, that are bland as hell, it's like, it's hard, because you want to live somewhere when you pull up to it that's distinctive, you know?
Yeah. So now she's working as a medium of some sort.
Yeah, a psychic medium.
Sarah Whittle.
Sarah Whittle.
I can't even do it the way he did it.
But, I guess that was still kind of a thing back then, the psychic medium stuff. You don't hear about it too much anymore, but there were psychic hotlines, all kinds of shit back then.
Miss Cleo and all that on TV, her.
Dionne Warwick's psychic friends.
Call me now!
Call me now, child.
That was Miss Cleo.
I mean, like, obviously the world was a different place back then. There was a lot of, people didn't have all this kind of either internet stuff or endless TV and movies via streaming to occupy their time.
Yeah.
People got obsessed with the weird shit back then.
You killed her.
Yeah, she passed out because she realized who Robin Williams was. So they literally just kidnap her, she's knocked out. They just kidnap her and take her to the house.
She's calling her therapist.
Yeah.
So she's been convinced, or trying to convince herself that it never happened.
Yeah.
She's using an old-timey antique telephone.
I know. Rotary shit.
Uh-oh. She reacted the same way.
Yeah, I'm actually old enough to, when she sees the game, she freaks out. But I'm actually old enough, I remember the whole thing of, the transition from the rotary to the touchstone phone.
Yeah.
That was a big thing, because, I remember there were certain things, like TV commercials you could call, and they'd say, touchstone phone only, do this.
Yeah.
To pick the, you call a place, and it, press 1 for this. So, that's kind of, why people transitioned over, got rid of it.
She convinced herself that his dad chopped him into little pieces. That's why he disappeared.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. See, everybody's so traumatized, it's for reals. It really affected her whole life.
Yeah, it did.
Oh. He's like, no way, dude.
Yeah, this is almost like a borderline Wes Craven movie right now. Wes Craven's Jumanji.
Uh-oh, this is when he... Shady. Oh.
Yeah.
Ooh, he's so bad.
I know. He acts like he's going to catch the dice, but he lets them drop, so then her game piece actually goes forward.
Okay, she's the rhino.
Yeah, she's the rhino.
Let's see
He's
what
the
she's
elephant.
calling forth.
Yep.
Oh.
They grow much faster than bamboo. Take care, they'll come after you.
Oh.
So this is when the giant...
Okay, this is my other favorite part of the movie. All of the stuff that starts growing all over the house.
Yeah.
I think it is so freaking amazing what they did with that house.
Yeah, they're basically giant vines that come out, and they got thorns and shit on them, and they spread everywhere.
There's
Flowers.
this flower.
Yeah. Poisonous flowers.
Ugh.
He's warning them.
Not just poison, they actually have swords that come out.
Yeah.
Oh, got the kid.
Yeah. Yeah, the little boy kind of gets in the most peril throughout
I know.
this.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's kind of a good move, too.
Oh, man.
Yeah, here's a huge
That is awesome.
carnivorous flower that comes out. This is great.
That is so cool, man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's even got little hair.
Yeah, it's fuzzy. It's trying to eat the little boy.
Oh my gosh. Feed me.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, here he has to use the sword from his great-grandfather.
Whoa.
Rob Williams is so great in this.
Harvest time. That is so cool, man.
Yeah. Talk about great kind of creature work there.
Yeah. And how it's moving and it looks alive. And
Yeah, another reason I kind of wrote this off when it came out was the Robin Williams character, with what happens to him and stuff. He kind of seems similar to how he was in Hook or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But I think that was just really... I don't think they were really trying to rip off Hook. It was just coincidence that they ended up casting Robin Williams in this one too,
Yeah.
So
I remember when that one came out.
I want to say that was 1990, so about 5 years earlier, yeah.
Totally don't remember.
Yeah. Because, Hook was so early when we watched the Blu-ray a little while ago, I don't think it had, any CGI in it at all.
Yeah, I don't... Well, Tinkerbell and,
Tinkerbell,
when they would fly and stuff, I don't know if that was necessarily CGI, but...
Yeah.
When they were flying and, they would show them in the night sky. That's all I can really remember.
Oh, Hook was 1991.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it was even before Jurassic Park.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, he's putting his foot down and being scary.
Yeah. You gotta play the game, lady.
It ruined my life.
Yeah.
He's like, hello. I've been in the jungle, and you left me there.
Yeah, I always remember this as being like a fall movie, and I was right. This Jumanji came out December 15th, 1995.
Oh, yeah.
So almost 96.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, and I think at the end, the last scene, I think it is like a Christmas kind of scene.
Yeah.
I think.
It says a similar film marketed as a spiritual successor to Jumanji,
What?
titled Zathura Space Adventure, was released in 2005 and was also adapted from a Van Allsburg book.
Oh, that's what it was.
That was more directly connected to the Jumanji book. Yeah. Oh, wow. I didn't know there was a Jumanji cartoon.
No. Wow.
Yeah. From 96 to 99 even. Let's see what characters it is.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
So now they're making the pact to finish the game.
Yeah. Yeah, the Jumanji cartoon was about these same characters. Obviously, the people didn't do the voices. They had other people do the voices. But I totally don't remember the Jumanji cartoon
I
at
didn't
all.
know there was one.
That was kind of like, especially by Sony, that was like a big move back then. They make a movie, and then like the next year there'd be a cartoon. Like they did that with Godzilla as well.
Yeah. They did that with a lot of stuff.
Yeah. Like Bill and Ted's had a cartoon.
Uh-oh.
This is where they call the hunter.
Also played by,
The actor who plays his dad.
yeah.
And I wonder if that was like, because at the time he went into the game, obviously, he didn't really like his dad at all.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, if that was intentional. So yeah, the hunter comes out and he literally is just hunting Robin Williams. Like he just shoots at him all the time.
And see, this is another part where, to me, it gets like, that dude is shooting him with a freaking shotgun. Like, shooting at them with a
Huge,
shotgun.
yeah.
Like,
It's like an elephant
like,
hunting gun.
He's like straight out trying to kill them. So it's like, it's
Yeah.
scary, you know? It's not like even, I don't know, just, he's just shooting at him. There's like no way around it. Uh-oh. He's gonna come face to face with him.
Yeah, now
Whoa.
in real life...
See? He's just
yeah.
shooting to kill, man.
Yeah, he's trying to kill the cop. In real life, the cop would just shoot him dead.
Yeah, really.
But I'm wondering now what this movie is rated. Because I assumed it had to be PG.
Might be PG-13.
Yeah. Yeah, this movie's deceptive because it seems like it's a movie for little kids, and you watch it, you see how dark it is.
Wow, he spun that whole car around. That was cool. Oh my god.
See, this is why I hate shit coming out to just rip off the name, is I literally can't find the rating because everything is all about the new movie, which is a raunchy PG-13.
She thinks they're scared because they didn't know what was happening. I think if you put the Jumanji in the year, it'll come up the right one.
Yeah. Oh my god, everything is just the new one. I don't know, this one thing says PG, so I'm gonna go with that.
What was the year of this movie?
1995. It's coming up as PG, so go with that. Even IMDb makes it hard to figure out on there.
Yeah, it says 95 right on the top.
Yeah, but I mean that's all.
I mean, PG, not 95.
Yeah. So yeah, they got away with a lot of guns shooting off for PG film.
Well, wasn't the rating still pretty lenient at that time?
I guess so. I remember for a while, even in PG-13, you couldn't have any gun violence.
It was pretty much after, 2000, 2001, when all this stuff started getting all weird. And
Yeah, when PG-13 became more violent than R-rated movies. Yeah, this is where they get the thunder one. It turns out to be a big storm. Like all the water rushes.
oh my gosh.
So I'm assuming this house, had to be all sets and stuff, but it's very convincing. Because, they trash it and tear it apart. But
Maybe they just, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually bought the house so they could, tear it up to put in all the stuff they need to do the effects.
Well, I'm just thinking, to do all the water and all this stuff, you'd have to have tanks connected to it,
Yeah. It's the Stampede.
Oh, yeah, this is the rhinos. Because this room just explodes, literally.
Yeah. I thought this was really cool, too.
Yeah.
You can tell it's CJ, but I don't know, it's still pretty cool looking.
Yeah. And I thought, too, watching in 4K, it would look ultra phony, but it doesn't look bad at all.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh.
That bird looks so mean.
Yeah, it does.
Ugh. Ooh. Oh no, it's taking the game.
Yeah, it's trying to eat the Jumanji game.
Oh. Great.
This is what kind of gets them out of the house.
Yeah.
Even though it had nothing to do with him, this has a very much, to me, this movie has kind of a Spielberg Amblin vibe to it.
Yeah. He gets mad at him, asking him why didn't he grab it. Oh, so her aunt's calling.
Yeah.
She puts on a British accent. The house is destroyed.
The vines are coming out of the house now.
Oh my gosh.
The vines are kind of pretty scary.
Yeah. So now they're just gonna. Oh, so now he's gonna get an updated version of what he had.
Yeah, the hunter wants a better.
What gross. He has old ammunition.
Yeah, from 1903.
He says, "Damn."
Yeah, that's why he gets the new rifle, because he can't.
Oh, there's a waiting period. You have to fill out these, right? Here's some gold.
Yeah.
Or I could fill these out. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's basically how to do it nowadays.
Yeah, pretty much. And the old lady closes the store.
Oh my gosh.
Pretty much they give him, I think it's pretty much they give him Terry Cruz's rifle from the Expendables.
Oh my
the
God.
one that's bah, 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 kills everybody.
Oh my god. Oh.
I thought this was cool too. Yeah, they chased the... I'm blanking. Is that a stork or a pelican?
It doesn't look like either one, actually. It just looks like some crazy bird.
Yeah.
Because a stork is a... Wait.
But storks
maybe
are the
it's
ones
a
that carry...
stork. The pelican, I think, is the one that has that nasty, big, hanging beak or whatever.
Yeah. But
Maybe it is a stork.
it was trying to gobble shit down, kind of like a pelican. But I guess it is a stork.
Now the game's floating away.
Yeah, this was to take place in New England. They have a great roaring rapids here.
He's gonna go do a cool trick to get it.
That's the thing, is it almost has the feeling like, you know how Stephen King sets all his, well, I was going to say his movies, but really his books, which become movies, he always sets them in Maine.
Yeah.
This kind of has that town feel of it to it. Yeah, here the kid, he climbs up like a monkey.
I wonder if he really did that.
Yeah, I mean, it looks real. I'm sure they faked it with a stunt person, but...
Look at his face.
Yeah.
Or if they somehow did like a green screen effect or something.
Didn't look like it.
Yeah, it didn't look like it to me.
Sometimes they find like small women, small guys, you know, who don't grow past a certain point, and they get them to stand in for these kids. You can't tell the difference. Like I was looking at some pictures for the video I was editing today, of Drew Barrymore from Firestar, and they had some lady, and Drew Barrymore was like 8 years old in that movie. They showed her stunt double. It's like this grown lady who was like that size, and you couldn't tell them apart next to each other. It was crazy.
That's funny. And this guy still with his giant
The Hunter, yeah.
missile cannon.
Like I wonder, and like the Hunter is like a real thing too. Like he's from the Jumanji game, but
Yeah.
like he's like a real person. Like I wonder his logic of what he was gonna do. Like, was he gonna cut Robin Williams' head off or what? Yeah, and kind of the running gag is through all the shit that David Allen Greer goes through in his car. Like every time you see him, his car is more and more beat up.
Can't remember if this is the scene where the car finally dies.
No, it goes way later. It gets ripped apart like way more. They're actually getting shot at by the Hunter right now, but David Allen Greer doesn't realize it. Because I guess he has some. Ooh, that guy has some rotted
His
teeth.
teeth are gnarly.
I know. I kind of remember that. Like, you don't see that as much in movies. Like, now when you watch movies, every person has just pearly white teeth. But I remember there would always be a lot of people with, like, rotten wooden, like, character teeth back then, Like, prosthetic teeth.
Okay, so the little boy's trying to end the game without anybody knowing.
Yeah.
And now he's basically cheating.
Yeah.
So now he's gonna get punished for it.
Yeah, because if he would have rolled a 10, because it was his turn, if he would have rolled a 10, he could have. He tried to drop the drop the dice so they would land on 12, and then the game would be over.
So now he's gonna turn into a little furry guy.
Yeah, he pretty much turns into Robin Williams with them hairy knuckles. Now we're back to the monkeys.
Oh, they're watching Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, they're watching this is a good scene. They're watching the monkeys from
They're
Wizard of Oz.
copying that.
Yeah, now they're acting like the Wizard of Oz monkeys. I
Dang.
Dang.
guess they are just regular monkeys, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
They're just demonic.
Stealing a TV.
Yeah, stealing a computer monitor, I think.
Looting the joint.
Yeah. Cleaned out Larry's hardware.
National Guard being called in.
Yep. State of Jumanji emergency. Well, this is finally where they get into it. David Allen Greer doesn't know how this guy knows him or whatever. They used to call you the soul man.
Oh yeah, he's like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Oh, this is where he finds out.
Yeah. Because he had his prototype Charles Barkley shoe. And basically Robin Williams, apologizes to him that he was the one who, put the shoes on the conveyor belt and they got ate up, destroyed the machine.
Yeah.
So that's why he got fired.
He's like, yep, it's me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Damn,
no,
the little
monkey.
kid, he turned into a monkey already. His face, everything.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
there's the monkeys now. They got a police car.
They're so mischievous. They have to convince themselves they're seeing what they're really seeing. Uh-oh,
Yeah.
here he goes.
The hunter
Ugh,
takes the board game away from them.
great. Oh, the little boy's got it back.
Yeah, little boy steals it. Little boy actually becomes very cool once he turns into half monkey.
He really is like the hero of the movie.
Yeah. Just ran in front of a speeding car. Damn, it is mass hysteria. People running everywhere. Oh, here
After the
comes elephants.
stampede.
Yeah. This is cool too. The little boy hides in a car to try to, survive the stampede.
This part was cool too.
Yeah, the elephant stomps the car. That was like in all the trailers and shit back then.
I remember there was something like I can't remember where they would show it, but like there were those features of how they made it.
Yeah.
And I remember they showed that, like, how they showed the car getting smashed or whatever.
Yeah. They actually still do it now, just not as often, but they used to always have the making of for like brand new movies on HBO before the movie even came out.
Yeah.
But sometimes they show him on other stuff too.
Now he got the game back.
Yeah, the hunter got the game back.
I don't get what he wanted though. I guess.
Well, he said tell that coward Alan, if he wants it back, come face me.
Yeah.
So he's basically using it as bait. And here's the store, Sir Save-A-Lot, which it looks like from the outside it would be a night themed grocery store, but it's actually like a huge, I guess like a Walmart or something. But
it reminds me of Pick and Save.
Yeah, but they have this huge toy section, which is as big of a Toys R Us.
Now known as Big Lots.
Yeah, Big Lots.
Oh.
Yeah, and there's some good action shit that goes down in this store.
That guy is so freaking evil.
Yeah.
He has no qualms of freaking shooting that gun, man.
And by the way, everybody in this town is looting, not just the homeless, the copious amounts of homeless. There's lots of people. Yeah, little monkey boy's biting the guy in the leg now. Kirsten Dunst scans him in the eyes with the price
scan. He doesn't know what it is. Now he's trying to explain to him.
Yeah.
What's going on? Well, he doesn't even explain to him. He's just telling him to let him go.
Yeah, just let me go so I can fix everything. Now, some of these scenes here, I feel is where you can, he pulls a switcheroo and handcuffs David Allen Greer to his own car and throws the car keys away. But, I feel some of these scenes here, on the close-up of their faces, it's really that 4K look of, it's bright and it's dark at the same time. Do you notice that kind of?
Yeah, I do see that.
Yeah, I'm still adjusting to the 4K look. Honestly, I don't know. I don't like it as much. It's weird.
I think I prefer Blu-ray.
Yeah, because Blu-ray is more just the color's more uniform, whereas 4K is all about putting a shadow and a light image together all at the same time.
Yeah. Well,
that's the HDR.
Jeez. So the little boy comes up with this grand master scheme. Dang!
Yeah. Some good car stunts here.
There are.
Yeah, they're going to Sir Save-A-Lot.
Oh my gosh. So he's learning all this stuff that used to be around when he was younger is also gone too.
Yeah.
I just can't believe that the little boy came up with that.
Yeah, he's building this contraption. Here they are.
It's a traffic cop.
Yeah, they think it's a traffic cop.
Oh.
It turns out it's the monkeys. One of the monkeys has a gun. How many people do you think these monkeys have murdered around town so far? But yeah, the little boy's building this trap with a canoe, a scuba tank, laundry detergent. Sir Save-A-Lot laundry detergent.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Oh, he's slipping. He's slipping on the floor doing the dance.
Seems so dangerous.
I know.
Oh.
Now the little boy is going to fire the scuba tank, air tank,
oh my God.
at him. Oh.
And he was just standing there.
Yeah. Which fires the canoe. He falls in the canoe. This is really some Wile E. They sped up the footage. Wile E. Coyote shit. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
That was good though.
Yeah. I hope they put in a doing sound effect when he got hit. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I don't know how a little kid would come up with that, but it was good.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
This is a good gag too when he shoots the tires and all the tires roll on
Oh
him.
man.
Damn. It looks like the real actors too.
I know, she looked like she got super smashed.
Oh no. Yeah, this is hardcore, this action scene.
She looked like she was gonna laugh.
I know, they really look like they're going to get murdered here by the hunter. Yeah, and then they drive the car because the brakes are messed up.
Oh, the brakes are out.
Yeah, it's squirting the brake fluid.
Oh my gosh.
crashes through the store. Dang, do you see that guy almost get run over? Jumped out of the way. Dang, another guy. This is awesome. Just plowing this police car through this entire store.
It's like they forgot to tell the people, action! We said action!
Then all the paint cans fall on the hunter guy. I don't know how much this movie cost, but this movie would cost $1 billion to make nowadays to do all that shit.
Well, not only they decimate the house, and now they're decimating this store, or whatever it is.
Yeah. They don't make movies like this anymore.
Well, now they decimate buildings. It's just all like
It's all a
weird
cartoon. Yeah.
Like the perfect example I'll never forget is that scene from, I think it's from one of the Fast and the Furious movies where they're dragging that safe.
Yeah.
Is it from one of
Yeah, they use it as like a big weight. It's like a
it's just,
nunchuck taking out the whole
crashing
city.
into all the buildings and stuff. I'm just like, oh my gosh. It's so crazy.
Supposedly this movie had a budget of $65 million and $95.
$95.
Yeah.
So now she's seen the stampede and
the aunt. She gonna get her car stolen by the monkey too, right? Or he gets in the car with her.
In the car.
Yeah. I wonder if that was the monkey that was left behind in the fridge that was all cold.
Yeah, maybe.
Look at the rhino all out of breath.
I know, he's always left behind. But I think this one too, like, it's dangerous because she gets scared and, like, she almost crashes or something. Yeah, see?
Yeah, she runs off the road because the monkey's behind her in the car.
Oh, he's dragging the door. Oh, because he was still handcuffed to it.
Yeah.
So they were dragging the car like that then? With him attached to it?
Well, yeah, he was inside, but he was handcuffed to the door. That's why he was like kind of sitting on his lap. Remember?
Yeah. So now he's talking to him about what happened.
Yeah.
Because he feels sad about transforming.
Yeah, he's sad because he transformed into a monkey man.
But now he's talking to him the way his dad talked to him.
Yeah, Ryan was trying to be all tough with them.
Look at that. Oh
Yeah.
Gosh, he looks like one of the Who's from the Dr. Seuss movies.
Yeah, he does. Pretty good makeup job.
Yeah.
You can see a little bit of the like paint on the edges, but it's good.
But then he realizes, like he doesn't want to be like his dad.
Yeah, first he's all stern with him, and he realized being nice is actually will make the kid feel better.
So he's saying he doesn't feel bad about what happened. And he tells him what's really wrong.
What's really wrong, yeah.
He's like, oh.
Yeah.
So now he's going to help him.
Yeah, so Robin Williams reached down behind the little boy and splits his pants open to let his tail out. Another thing you can't do in a modern movie.
I like how it's like floating around too.
Yeah.
I wonder how they did that.
Just wiggling.
This part, I think that is so amazing.
Yeah, so the whole house is a complete jungle now. Taken over by giant roots and leaves and ivy.
The floor's all broken up with the vines. That to me, that is so impressive. I can't believe to me it looks like the house. I don't know if it's a set, but the fact that they put so much work into adding all that stuff into it, it's so crazy.
So now David Allen Greer's car is missing a door, the hood. I like how he just got shit off the shelf at Sir Save-A-Lot to put into the engine, the fluid to cool it down.
Yeah.
Then the hood just broke off.
Yeah, here comes Van Pelt.
Yeah, the hunter's all covered in paint now. This is kind of like, especially like with the David Allen Greer character, like with his car and stuff. It's like it almost like his character. It's almost like he's going through like a Die Hard movie here, like with all his punishment and shit.
Okay, here it's gonna happen.
Yeah, the ant's trying to wave down David Allen Greer on the road, and we see that the vines have reached all over town out on this country road. And he's putting two and two together that the boy and the girl that are hers.
Oh, here comes the vein.
Yeah.
I keep saying vein. I mean vine.
The vines coming out, yeah. David Alligator gets out. This was another thing that was kind of in all the trailers too.
How the hell did they do that, man? Like this.
Yeah. Now this is all practical here. Yeah. There's a little bit of CGI wrapped around, but a practical vine pulled the car.
How did they do that? Is the car CGI?
I think it was CGI there. Yeah. But when it was first getting pulled back there, that was the real car with the real vine. Fine, take it. He's so annoyed.
It's still cool though. I still like it. He'd rather stay in the jungle than go outside.
Stay in the Jumanji. And like that's the thing too, is like I guess a big chunk of the movie does take place in the house, but the house changes so much you don't really even think of it as being like, you know, one location movie.
This is another part too that I was impressed with.
Yeah, the monsoon.
He's like, nope, that doesn't save you.
Yeah. Yeah, there's actually clouds forming in the house.
Dang, those drops are giant. Oh my gosh. I was impressed too with how they managed to keep that makeup on him with that downpour.
I know. I think it would all melt off his face.
Yeah. I'm curious if, like, I mean, I don't think they ever show it outside, but I'm curious if they also show that it's raining outside.
Yeah.
Or if they just do it inside because that's where they are.
Oh yeah, well if the vines
Look
can
at
go
water coming down the stairs.
I know, it's rushing.
Like, that is like freaking out of control.
Like there had to be a full tank up there.
And then somebody just like poured a whole thing on them.
I know, washes them away.
So crazy. See, look, he's swimming in that water.
I know.
With the makeup on.
Now that the house is filled with water,
Uh,
and they're trying to swim around, now here comes the giant alligator.
yeah. All the furniture's floating up now.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So scary.
So impressive when they do these water sets like this.
Ugh.
Like, it seems like it would be so hard to shoot a movie like that.
It's gonna get them.
And keep everybody safe.
And you see that chandelier at the beginning of the movie, like oh my gosh.
Whoa. That was great too. She almost slid in the alligator or crocodile.
Oh, he grabbed him by his
Grabbed him by
so there's more than one.
Yeah, there's two.
Dang. Oh, he's gonna go and wrestle the alligator.
And the alligators are not CGI. They're giant animatronics. They're really good too.
Yeah.
They look a lot better than the CGI gators Arnold had in Eraser. Even underwater, Robin Williams to show him wrestling.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That thing is really going crazy.
Yeah, it's like shaking left and right.
Oh no.
Oh no, the ant's gonna open the door of the house, all the water's gonna come rush her.
Oh no.
David Allinger, let me get this.
They probably left the TV on too loud. Oh my gosh.
He's gonna kick the door in.
Shoot it.
Oh, you can see the muddy water starting to creep out the door.
What the heck?
Oh!
Oh my gosh. That's so crazy.
I like that the alligators just came out of nowhere just because there was water.
Yeah. Well, and they're in the jungle. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, now they're getting rushed out of the house. This is impressive.
Yeah, like, to me, that's what, like, all that water, like...
Yeah.
It's so crazy. Like, there it goes.
And there she showed. Oh.
Like, all the way down to the street.
Yeah, it's flooding. David Allen Greer and B.B. Newirth are riding doors down the street. David Allen Greer's scared faces are the best.
I know, it's classic. Oh my gosh.
Oh, romantic tension.
Little by little, they're falling in love.
The kids are like, ooh. Alan, you wrestled an alligator for me.
Ooh, you must really love me. Uh-oh.
It was a crocodile.
Oh my gosh.
He avoids the kiss.
Because he has no experience.
Yeah, he's still a
He
kid.
doesn't know what's happening. He's
Still
like,
a-
what is this?
Still a kid at heart.
He's still saying, girls have cuties. No, I'm just kidding.
I think it's just awkward too having your first kiss at 40,
Yeah.
and then on top of it, like 2 little kids are watching.
Yeah. So now they're back up in the attic.
Back in the attic, yeah.
No. Let's see.
There's
He's trying to be funny.
There's a Cluedo joke.
They're like, no.
Did you know Clue's original name was Cluedo?
What?
Yeah, I didn't know that till we did that Clue episode, me and Trevor.
That's
I looked
weird.
it up. Yeah.
How do they spell it?
I think it's like Cluedo.
Huh.
Oh, now everything turns into quicksand.
Oh.
I'm sorry, quicksand. Literally the
The
floor.
ground. The
Yeah.
wooden floor.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So this is like a real surreal effect. The kid gets a trombone to hand to him. Oh, it fell apart.
Oh man. Stop giving me things that come apart. Let's see. Oh.
Oh,
Sometimes you must what?
I don't know, it's taking forever. This is like
Oh,
a
you must go
T1000
back.
shot here.
You must go back a turn. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Now it's solidified, so literally his body is halfway through the floor.
With her arms.
Pretty much just his face and arms are hanging out. So now I have to keep going. Now Sarah's really starting to get goopy for Alan.
And he's like, thanks for not leaving me this time.
Yeah.
We each have the spider. Oh,
Yeah, now the giant spiders
Talking
come.
about heebie-jeebies.
Which the
Oh
giant,
my god.
the giant spiders, you could make a B movie out of just them attacking people.
Ugh.
But Rylan's head is stuck in the floor, so
How do they move?
I think they just had like motors. I had a He-Man giant spider like vehicle
Ugh.
that you put AA or not AA but D batteries in, and it all 6 legs just moved and just walked in a straight line like that.
Well, oh my gosh, there's the ant is seeing the house for the first
Yeah, full of vines and shit.
time. Run faster, kid.
So the little boy has to run all the way outside to get the axe
axe.
out of the woodshed, but there's a lock on the door.
Oh, he broke the fourth wall.
He did. So he picks up the axe is actually outside to knock the lock off. So he's hitting it, and he finally realizes he's already got the axe.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, here's a great shot. Robin Williams, his bottom half of his body's hanging out of the ceiling.
Uh-oh. She's gonna
Go into
Oh,
the
no.
bedroom with the
with the
lion.
lion. Ooh. Uh-oh. It's me.
Yeah, now she's in shock seeing him as a monkey boy.
It's okay, just stay in there.
Yeah. He actually locks her in
he
the closet.
locks her in
Yeah.
there.
Keep her safe.
Ugh.
Spiders are just dancing all around in this attic.
Put it in your mouth.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
not another.
Oh,
right in her
Kirsten Dunst.
neck.
Yeah, she got Nailed in the neck with a poisonous
That was
plant
brutal.
dart.
Ugh.
Oh, brutal.
Gross. Ugh, it's all pussing out.
Yeah.
Ugh, so gross. See, like, this is some crazy shit.
Yeah.
So now she's gonna roll with her mouth.
Yeah.
The little boy, get out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, the little boy's funny fighting the
Oh,
spiders.
she passed out.
Now it's getting really horrific.
Yeah. But now the ground begins to quake. Oh, now there's gonna be an earthquake.
Yeah.
Ugh. Ugh. Oh.
Oh.
It's all slimy.
Gooey mouth spider.
He's making his Popeye face.
Yeah. That's how Kirsten Dunst talking about her dead parents.
Uh-oh, they're getting scared off.
Yeah, the spiders are running off.
They
Whoa.
look so nasty. Oh my god. Ugh. Whoa. There we go. The wood is breaking.
It's breaking apart.
Oh.
Now he's just hanging, about to fall to his death.
Gosh. Dang.
Damn, the house cracked in the middle.
Holy crap. Oh my gosh. The game.
The game's about to fall out.
Ah.
Oh, it did.
Oh my gosh. No. Whoa.
Oh, he caught himself on some vines and he's gonna swing around.
Oh, they're all coming off. Whoa,
Oh,
the lion.
the lion's trying to get him. The lion woke up out of bed finally. Been laying in there all movie.
Look at that. He's so
Yeah.
cute.
Like this part really is like, looks like it's in a
Whoa.
theme park ride or something.
That was cool.
Yeah. So he's got to finish the game.
Oh, here's Van Pelt.
Yeah.
Full of paint.
Yeah, he's like tie-dyed now, the hunter, his outfit.
Pastel colors. So it's Robin Williams' turn, and he's got the dice in his hand. Drop it. Okay.
Yeah, it tells him to drop it.
Oh, great. Ugh.
So the one dice fell all the way into the basement.
So now,
It's still rolling after all this time.
but now Alan's getting brave.
Yeah, he's not afraid of the hunter anymore.
Now he's listening to his dad's advice.
Yeah. Always face what you're afraid of.
Jeez, this is a forever rolling die.
Still rolling, still rolling.
You're finally acting like a man.
And
He
here
rolled a
we're
3.
3.
He won.
Yep. His game piece went to the
Jumanji.
center. It's like bingo, you call out Jumanji.
It's Jumanji. No. Whoa. She gets in the way. Whoa.
Oh, so he shoots him and the bullet dissolves in
Oh.
the air.
There goes his gun.
Yeah, so does
Tommy
he.
gun.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, all the animals are getting sucked back in through the house, breaking through the house. Monkeys, rhinos.
Nothing's gonna be left of that house.
Yeah. This is cool. It's like a tornado of animals going through the skin. His tongue's getting sucked out of his mouth.
I don't know. I thought when I because I hadn't watched this in a really, probably since I was little, around when it
Yeah.
first came out, when we watched it again, I was just so blown away with how fun and adventurous it was.
Yeah, it
I
really is.
liked it again. I rediscovered it again.
Yeah.
Just there's a lot of stuff that happens that's so oh, they went back to being little again.
Yeah. So Alan and Sarah went back to when they were 12 years old that night because they finished the game.
And he's still beat up from the bullies.
Yeah. But it's like they remember it though.
Mm-hmm. Well, they do, because then when he grows up, he ends up planning it to meet up with the kids
Right.
with the parents, the kids' parents that died.
So it really is like Back to the Future.
So now he realizes he loves his dad.
Yeah.
Because he remembers that his dad cared about him so much.
Yeah, that his dad threw everything away to look for him.
Yeah. That's good. I like that. That's a happy ending.
Yeah. Like, even though he went back to when he was 12 years old, he remembered all the stuff, so he matured.
Always telling him he doesn't have to go to that school if he doesn't want to. Uh-oh, he saw his girlfriend.
Yeah.
Man to man.
Man to man. How about father to son?
Oh. Yeah, he's like, yeah, dude, I'm still a kid.
It's nice, too, that, you know, he realized how back in today in the factory. He fesses up to the shoe on the conveyor belt, yeah. This really was a time travel story at the end.
Yeah.
Get a little bit of Forrest Gump and Back to the Future.
It's pretty cool that they did keep that in, that they remembered all the stuff from the future.
Yeah.
They're not born yet.
Yeah. That's kind of cool too. It's like it's got a twist of Peggy Sue got married, how she goes back in time and then redoes all her stuff different. That's kind of how the ending of this goes.
If only we could do that.
Yeah, I know. Now here they tie bricks to Jumanji and throw it in the river, but I mean eventually it's just going to wind up somewhere else, right?
I guess.
I think you'd have to. I don't know if it would burn because it's magic, but I think burning it would be the only way to really get rid of it.
But hopefully at this point with the bricks, it'll just fall to the bottom.
Yeah. But they were just throwing it into a stream, so it was going to go somewhere. Here they have their first kiss.
Now they're gonna be in love forever.
Yeah.
Now he wants to learn how to drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now this is the future.
Yeah. We're back to present day.
There's David Allen Greer.
95.
Oh,
And Sarah and Alan are married. She's pregnant now. Yeah. She's giving out donut cookies at the Christmas party.
see, this was the
Christmas party you're talking about?
cross trainer. They're talking about the new shoes.
Yeah. He continued on the family line with the shoe factory. So I guess the town won't be all like full of bums and shit now too, because everybody still has jobs at the shoe factory.
Yeah. So these are the kids' parents now.
Yeah.
I like this part. Now they're gonna meet them again.
Yeah.
There they are. I like how they say they're gonna go on a vacation or something, and they're like, "No, don't go."
Yeah.
Because I think he offers the dad a job.
Yeah, I think that's why he's there at their house. Because the kids said their parents were or at least his dad, I know, was in advertising.
Yeah.
So they hired him.
Right.
Yeah. Hired him to work for the shoe company, do advertising.
So they got them presents.
Yeah. Yeah, he's actually
here you
offered.
go. Taking a skiing holiday at the Rockies.
Yeah.
And they're like, "No!"
Yeah. They're like, no.
That's funny.
I don't think the kids remember, though.
No, it doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, just they do. Yeah, because that was going to be the plane crash or whatever they were going to die in.
Yeah.
Or car accident, whichever one it was.
Our house was your house. Wow. There's the house before it got all split up in half.
Yeah.
Dang, there's all kinds of cars in the front. Looks different.
Yeah, full of Christmas lights.
Oh, here they go.
Yeah, here's some little girls somewhere on a beach. Jumanji washed up.
Yeah.
Well, at least there was never a sequel of Jumanji.
There really wasn't.
Yeah, directed by Joe Johnston, the guy who did Rocketeer and Jurassic Park 3 and the first Captain America movie.
It would have been cool if they would have... They could have done a lot of different versions of this Jumanji game.
Yeah, you really could.
Just have it set in different places. I mean, I know everything that came out of the game was, like, supposed to be African or whatever, no matter where they were, but just to see, like, different things coming out of it in different places, like, around the world, you know? Like,
right.
how it would affect different places, like, and how different kids and stuff would deal with it.
Yeah, after watching this, it actually has me more curious to see what Zathura is about.
Yeah, I was wondering about that too.
So we'll have to check out that movie, see what it's like.
But that one isn't like a thing, like a game thing, is it?
I'm pretty sure it is,
Oh,
yeah.
really? Huh.
I could be wrong, but...
I thought it was just some movie that took place in space with kids or something.
Let's see. Zathura, A Space Adventure. It talks about...
James Horner did the music.
Yeah.
He's always gonna be Titanic to me.
Zathura stars Josh Hutcherson, Kristen Stewart, Dak Shepard, and Tim Robbins.
Yeah.
Yeah, the story revolves around young brothers who play a mysterious board game they find in the basement of their house.
Oh, okay.
So we really don't have to worry about what Dwayne is cooking. We can see a real sequel about a real magical game.
That's true.
Not some weird gender swapping fart humor hijinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, I mean, obviously there's a lot of parts to laugh at in this movie, but I wouldn't even call this a comedy.
No, not at all.
Whereas, you know, the greatest comedic minds of 2008 were assembled to make a 2017 movie that literally just stole a name to work in the fart and poo-poo jokes.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Well, there's a lot of these movies that we rewatch, or that I watch again for the first time, you know, since I first saw it when I was younger, and
Yeah.
I'm just so amazed with, like, the effects, and I just wish, I don't know, like, it's so, like, maddening, because it's like, I wish movies would be made like that now, like, because the whole CGI thing, like, it's just so tired
It
already.
gets boring, yeah.
It doesn't look impressive at all. Like, there's never any moments where I'm like, ooh, you know, like, or like, where I'm like, oh, that looks really cool, like, but when I watched this, it's like there were so many, even rewatching it again, like, we watched it for the first time not too long ago,
Yeah.
and just watching it so soon again now and seeing everything, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, everything looks so cool, like, it's just so impressive, and
Yeah.
you can see, like, you know how now when you go to the movies, they have that thing at the end where they're like, this many people were employed for this movie.
13,000 people, yeah.
It's like you can actually see the man hours put into the movies back then, whereas instead of at the end being told this is how many people worked on the movie.
Instead of the end, just that 18-minute crawl of people from India and China who slaved away, probably for no money. Making it. Yeah, I mean, this movie definitely had a lot of CGI. Like, I would almost say maybe this was the most CGI-intensive movie at that point in history.
Yeah.
Because it had even a lot more CGI than Jurassic Park had. But, like we said, like, the physical stuff was, like, all great. The flowers, the alligator, the lion.
Yeah.
And, like, I saw there that,
yeah,
the animatronics were, they were made by,
Industrial.
Well, I think Industrial Light and Magic did the CGI, but the animatronics, I think they even called them Animaltronics, was by Woodrow. Yeah, Amalgamatic Dynamics. That's what's his name? Gillis and Woodruff. They were like assistants to Stan Winston, and then they broke off and did their own thing. So they did the aliens for a lot of the Aliens movies.
Oh, this was set in New Hampshire and Maine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's not even in a thing of where I'm like, oh, I'm nostalgic for the way things looked back then. It's really just like, in just sitting and watching it, and like, I didn't remember this movie really much at all.
Yeah.
But like, when you're just sitting here watching and like being surprised by what they show you,
Right.
It's like, wow, that looks so cool. It's like, to me, that's the magic of cinema.
Yeah.
Like that feeling of like, wow, like getting lost in it and kind of being like surprised or impressed or whatever, like feeling something,
Yeah.
like now it's like, it's so hard to like and really like get into anything and enjoy anything, because most of the time now, because everything's so flat with CGI now and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of storytelling is really lacking now too.
Yeah,
So it's like,
is.
it's not even like you could lose yourself in that
Yeah, it's hard to get wrapped up.
instead of the visuals, So it's like, there's just I don't know. Cinema has changed a lot over the
It
decades,
has.
and it's sad.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's like they call it a special effect, and I mean, once you can create an entirely fake world, I think maybe that's what it is too, is you have to blend the real world and real surroundings in with something.
Yeah.
You have to blend in what the real with the unreal to make
Yeah.
it fantastical.
Yeah.
And kind of once you're just staring at entire minutes and sequences of, everything that no matter what, no matter how much they work on it, your brain knows,
You're
Yeah.
I mean, and in the end, you're still basically watching a cartoon.
Yeah.
When the background is CGI, what's happening in the front is CGI, when everything that's going on the screen is CGI, like, you're watching a cartoon. You're no longer watching
Yeah.
a movie.
Yeah, it's like the effect of like the 1950s or whatever when they first started blending live action with cartoons, and it's like, I like live action, I like cartoons, but I never was particularly like, that enthralled with that whole kind of gimmick of cartoons and people talking to each other. Like, you always just
Like
seemed
Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, like, I mean, Roger Rabbit's different because there's a whole story behind it, but I'm just talking about like before when they would do it for like short cartoons or short films, like people are like, oh wow, like it's weird when a person is talking to like a CGI thing, and like, I mean, I think probably even the best examples of it is like, like Infinity War with Thanos, and like he does look very expressive, but like never for a second, like your brain knows, like when he's like standing there talking to or fighting Chris Evans or whoever, it's like your brain just kind of knows. But like where you see like a giant animatronic lion roaring in your face, like
there's a reason why those people are screaming.
yeah, I don't know.
Or like, when they were in the water and like they see the crocodile's mouth open, it's like there's a reason why they're scared,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like you always catch a lot of shit too for being like, oh, that's just nostalgia. It's like, but like at a certain like point, like it'd be nostalgic if you or me were like sitting here like blowing the dust off our 1995 VHS and putting it in, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, the second I saw that steelbook, I was like, I need it. I just
but
took it.
it's like, I don't know, like they're not going to release a movie like this on like 4K or whatever, like a brand new thing, if people still aren't enjoying it. So like,
Yeah.
and like whoever like buys this movie or whatever, like, and has kids, are going to show it to their kids. So like, it's like, to me, like that just shows that this kind of movie still has its place, or
Yeah.
those kind of effects still have its place. Because new people, I mean, like a 5-year-old who watches this movie for the first time, they're not watching it for nostalgic reasons,
Yeah. And they're gonna genuinely be scared of stuff because
Yeah.
it looks scary.
Yeah, so, I don't know. That's why I like doing on the movie graveyard, because, like, to me, like, that's the one thing is, like, for me personally, both movies and music, like, I never really get into, like, oh, this shit's dated. Like, yeah, it's cool if you watch a movie from the 70s or 80s to see how different things looked or whatever, but, like, I mean, that's why, like, cinema is immortal. It's forever. It's because you can enjoy it 20, 30, 40 years later. You know, if a movie's a great movie, it's still going to be great, you know?
What's also interesting, too, is that given that they just released the sequel to this one, well, the actual Jumanji sequel, since the third, I guess, is the actual
The real sequel, yeah.
But how they made it the premise of, you know, that now it's a video game or whatever.
Yeah.
But yet, when they redid the box, you know, the packaging for this first one, they did it as the box
Right.
game.
Yeah.
It's like, because there's something to it. There's something to, like, having the physical, like, board game still, you know?
Yeah, no.
So it's like, why, you know?
The actual object.
Yeah, like, why did they do that and they just made the movie be a video game? It's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think they should have stuck. I mean, it's not like there are no board games now, because they still sell them at the stores.
Well,
it's not like kids don't know what they are.
I kind of think it's funny that they, like, the people made that argument. It's like, you have to update it. I'm like, nah, well, they really didn't update it. Like, they find, like, an Atari 2600 or something, and it's, you know what I mean? Like, it's like,
true.
And, like, to be honest, it's not like me and my friends were sitting around in 1995 playing board games. You know what I mean? So it's just like, it has to be a physical, magical thing that you find and unleashes a doorway. It doesn't have to, you know. But that's kind of what, like, dumb people do when they steal shit and rip it off. They're like, we're updating it, and that automatically makes it valid for now. And it's like, no, just admit you're just stealing it for your own personal gain.
To what's cool now.
Yeah. So that's it for Jumanji. I had a lot of time, had a good time, like, rediscovering this movie. Sounds like you did too.
Yeah, I really liked it.
And obviously, you got to check out all the great performances from Robin Williams. Truly unique talent, unique person. There'll never be another person like him. They're not looking for anyone like him in modern movies. You know, his personality and talent will live forever. So
just his face, you can really see how he acts stuff out on his face, and he just seemed like a really good, genuine actor. Yeah.
All-time great for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it. Thanks for checking us out. We'll see you next time here in the Movie Graveyard.
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.